So we begin by chanting. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. So this is a mantra. Om. So in Yoga Sutra we saw Om is the name of Ishvara. Tasya Vachaka Pranavah. A sutra will come. That if you wanted to call Ishvara, Ishvara, come here. Om, hey Om. Like that. What's the name? How would you call him? So Om is a part of Gayatri mantra. Why I say that? Because a lot of times we put an Om, even if it is not there. Om. It's good. Name of Ishvara, if you chant the name of Ishvara, even if it doesn't belong to a mantra, it's okay. Like Namah Shivaya. Is that supposed to be Panchakshari mantra? Namah to Shivaya. But how do you chant it? Om Namah Shivaya. Why put Om? It's supposed to be Panchakshara. So Om is there, but it's not really part of the mantra. But here in the Gayatri mantra, Om is an integral part of the mantra. What is this Om? Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. So Bhuhu is the earth. Bhu, Bhumi. And then Bhuvaha. So all the way up to the blue ceiling. Bhuvaha. Antarikshaha, space. Space is Bhuvaha. Space in between the earth and the heavens. And that is called Swargaha, the celestial world. And truly speaking, there is no blue ceiling. It's what you call optical illusion, really. Because if you go there, you won't find anything blue. It's a refraction of light. So there could be worlds beyond that. And truly speaking, we should never look up and down because the earth is rotating, okay? So there is no up and down, really speaking. So God up above. What about below? That's also God only. And here, to the left of you, to the right of you. So what is this Om? Bhurbhuvasvaha. It lights up everything. The light on the earth is the light of the sun. Light in the space is the light of the sun. Light in the sky, light in the moon is all from the sun. So this is... So I lived in Texas for 10 years. Then for 2 years I was in Pennsylvania. And then, there was an ashram. So I spent some time in the ashram. But I had just left my job in Austin and I had a very nice car, 190 horsepower with 3-liter engine, and I drove like a maniac. So that was my past life. Okay, I can't do any of that now. And then there was a Swami there. He was invited by people in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So, Swamiji, please come to our house and give a talk. And then Swami needed somebody to drive him to these places. So he said, Arvind, can you take me there? Of course, Swamiji. I wasn't interested in the teaching of the Swami. I just want to tell you, I hope he's not listening, but I wasn't interested in his teaching. I went to these houses for the hot Indian food, because all the ladies who came to the talk, they brought all these nice Indian dishes and they were all like, some kind of a... So I said, okay, this food is I can't let go of this. So it's a small price to pay to drive to the Swami to these places. And so he was also very kind. So when we reached that place, I said, Swamiji, I have to drive you back. So you mind if I just sit in the back and close my eyes for a little bit? Okay. And so he talked and my mind was elsewhere. I was hardly ever listening to him. And I also used to think that I've heard him enough in the ashram. So what is the point here? I can just... So basically for an hour, I waited for the food and drove him back. But once what happened, this used to happen generally in the evenings, like 7 o'clock we will start and we finish by 8:30 or something, then we drive back. But this time we just went to a place and we were invited at 4 p.m. So I had to drive him around 3. And it was very hot. So I waited for him in the car and I turned the AC on. And then he feels comfortable. So he came in. And I'm driving him, and he opened the window. And then he was like this. So I said, Swamiji, the AC is on. So please close the window. And what was he doing? So he said, so I remember this like, yesterday. He said, this is the most worshipful. If you want to see Ishvara in any object in the world, this is it. There is nothing like it. See, if you can't see Ishvara in the sun, then where would you see it? And if you want to know all the native cultures of the world, whether it is the Inca or Aztecas or Mayans or Indians or the Red Indians and the Anasazis and the Apaches and all of them, without an exception, they were all sun worshippers. What else you gonna be? There's nothing like that. So he said, Arvind, this is Varenyam. Tat Savitur. Savita is sun. That Savituhu. Savitu we will see, but Savita. Savita means the sun. Tat Savitur Varenyam. This is Varenyam. Varaniyam, to be chosen for meditation. There is nothing like this. If you want to meditate on something, you cannot find a better object to meditate upon. Tat Savitur, that is that. Savituhu. So Savita, from that you get Savituhu, of the Savita. Of the Savita, you can say, see here, this is an answer. You can go and answer this to the next person who tells you that the women cannot chant Gayatri. Why? Because one way to say is Savita Devata. That's masculine. Or you can say Savitri Devi. See, it is a Gayatri mantra. It's called Gayatri. But its real name should be Savitri mantra. Because, what is Savita? It is not the bunch of gases. It is the conscious being present in that ball of hot gases. Because for us, everything is a manifestation of this infinite consciousness. So there is a Purusha sitting in the sun. A being. Purusha means a conscious being. That is the meaning of the word. So there is a conscious being in the sun. There is a conscious being in the moon. In every water, in every fire, there is a conscious being. How can you say there is consciousness in you and there is no consciousness in the universe? Where did it come into you then, sir? Where from? So therefore, we have a Purusha. Everything is a manifestation of that consciousness. So when we say Savita Devata, we are doing Namaste to the being who is in the sun, in the form of the sun, like a gold manifesting in a beautiful necklace. Without that Purusha, there is no sun. That is the essence of that Purusha. So, you can either say Savita Devata, or you want to say in feminine, you can say Savitri Devi. So we have Ishvara, Shiva temples, Vishnu temples, and then we have Chamundeshwari. So Ishvara or Ishwari, because consciousness has no gender. Forget about consciousness. What gender is the prana? Does your prana have a gender? Body has a gender, all right. That is also, somebody said I remember this Jewish man in Delhi. He said, all our differences are in the front. There is nothing in the back. That was a very interesting. He said, in the back, there are no differences. I said, my God, I got a new insight. I never thought like that. So I felt enlightened. I said, my God, this is true. So when you go, see, there's no difference there. There is no Ishvara, Ishwari. So what is this talk? I don't know. These are some very enlightened people trying to tell you that women cannot chant Gayatri mantra. The mantra itself is Savitri mantra. It is called Gayatri. Gayatri is not really the name of it. We have a meter. Why? Because it's a verse, no? So it's a meter. And the meter is called Gayatri. The mantra belongs to the sun god or Savitri Devi. So Savita Devata, Savituhu, of the Savitu Devata. So this is the form, we meditate on the form of the sun god or Savitri Devi. Why it's called Gayatri? Because that is the meter. So for that we have to remove the Bhur Bhuvasvaha. See, Bhur Bhuvasvaha is imported into this mantra. It is called Vyakratis. Bhu is a Vyakrati. Bhuvaha, Suvaha. So once they have been imported, they have become an integral part of the mantra. But suppose you chanted it without those three things, it becomes Om Tatsa Viturvare Enyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. So it becomes 8, 8, 8. So what is the Gayatri mantra? It will have 24 syllables without fail. Anytime there is a Gayatri mantra, it is a mantra with 24 syllables. So Om Tat Saviturvare Enyam 8. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi 8. Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Again 8. You can count later. For that, we need to know what is a syllable. And like Yat is 1. Om, 1. As a syllable, it's 1. Letters are 2. O, Ma. But you don't say O, Ma. You say Om. That's 1 syllable. Similarly here, Om, Tat, Sa, Vi, Tur, Va, Re, Nyam. Nyam is 1. Like that. So 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8. And we have so many Gayatris. No, Asutama is not. But see here, Ganesha Gayatri. So what we say? Ekadantaya vidmahe Vakratundaya dhimahi Tanno Dantih Prachodayat. That's Ganesha Gayatri. Then you do Shiva, Rudram. Tatpurushaya vidmahe Mahadevaya dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. Katyayanaya vidmahe Kanyakumari dhimahi Tanno Durgi Prachodayat. For Durga. Narayanaya vidmahe Vasudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. So these are all 8 plus 8 plus 8. And this meter has a name, Gayatri Chandas. Chandas means a meter. And there are mantras in this meter. So it should be called Savitri mantra. Because you named the mantra after the deity. But suppose you said, what is the Gayatri mantra? I just gave you so many Gayatri mantras. Nobody will make the mistake. Nobody will mistake it for any of that. If you just said Gayatri mantra, what it is? Om Bhur Vasvaha Tatsavitur. It is known to everybody. Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. So it appears in Rig Veda, it's in the Samaveda, it's in the Yajurveda, it's in the Atharva Veda. And so why it is so? Tatsavitur Varenyam. Varenyam. So that Deva there, the ball hanging in the sky, cannot be missed. It really is the source of all life if you look at it. See, the science tells us that the Mother Earth is the daughter of the sun. Surya Namaskara is there too, no? So we have so many names for the sun. Ravaye Namaha, Kagaya Namaha, with for 12 months. So, see, in Bible, they used to say, they thought of a geocentric universe. That the whole universe revolves around the geos, the earth. And then people like Galileo and Copernicus, they all came and they tried to say that, no, it is actually heliocentric. Helio is sun. So sun is the center of universe, sir, not the earth. No. Why? Because it's the word of God. It is written in the Bible. Bible cannot be wrong. Infallible. God is infallible. God's word, Bible, is equally infallible. And the Pope in the Vatican is also infallible. These are the 3 infallibles. So how can you then, but after 300 years, they had to correct it because it's too late. How can you not? So they had to finally correct it. Yes, the earth goes around the sun. Without apologizing for the mistake and killing a few people for it. Yeah. Similarly, we humans, we have an idea because of our intense identification, and for which none of us are responsible. We think that everything is body-centric. But there is a sun here in the heart. So everything is heart-centric. Everything is Atma-centric. Everything is Brahma-centric. Just like geocentric. Why? Because proximity. We think that our earth, we are on the earth and therefore everything must revolve around the earth. That can be your thinking, sir. That need not be true. Your opinions we know very well. Sometimes it takes 300 years to correct those errors. like the Aryan invasion theory, that I came from the south of Russia. They are not changing because somebody is sitting in Harvard, some Michael Witzel, and for him, I came from south of Georgia. You believe that? They have no proof, but they are saying it. And whatever proofs they had offered, they have all been decimated, but yet they are not listening. Why? Because it will look, every white man look a little bit inferior to this Eastern man, that my God, they are the ancient, they had the wisdom and we learn from them. So they will change the course of the river. If the river was flowing from east to west, they will make it flow west to east and say, no, no, you didn't have horses. You didn't have navigation. You learned it from the Assyrians. Are you serious? Because you know how the word navigation comes? So you know a boat pose, boat pose? It's called Navasana. So what is that? Nava. Nava means a boat, a ship. And Gesh Gati. So, Bahya Bhyantara Stambha Vrittishu. So this Gati Vichedaha Pranayamaha. Gati. Gati is Gati. And Gati means motion. So Navi, Gation. What is navigation? It is the motion of a boat in the ocean. It's called, you got the word is a Sanskrit word and you are telling me that we didn't know how to make ships. You can go to the North Pole and then you can go to the South Pole, and right in the midst of those penguins, you'll find an Indian. I was in a village in Italy, up in Tuscany, very tiny. And I said, I am the first time here, I don't find an Indian. And I'm the only Indian walking with these two British. And there was an Indian there, right in front of me. The moment I said, this is one place I didn't meet. And I don't think I'll meet any Indians. And there he is. So we are omnipresent, okay? So therefore, to tell me that we did not know navigation, so it's just too much, yeah. So Gayatri mantra is like acknowledging that the Purusha here and the Purusha in the universe is one. In an Upanishad, it says like this: Yaschayam Purushe, Yaschasavaditye, Sa Ekaha. Yaschayam Purushe, the one that is in this Purusha, in this person. Purusha also means person. The truth of this person, that the shining being within, and the one that is shining in this solar mandala. Yascha Savaditya, Aditya hospital, Aditya means the sun. So what is the Yascha Savaditya? What is here? It is hanging in the east, but the light of the sun lights up the entire orb, mandala. That is the mandala. Okay, the mandalas that we draw are a replica, but mandala means the entire orbit, the solar orb. So as far as the light of the sun goes, that means the whole of our world really. Because moonlight is nothing but sunlight. The lightning that you see in the sky is nothing but sunlight. The fire burning on the earth is nothing but sunlight. The volcanoes is nothing but the sunlight. It's all sunlight. So the light in the solar orbit and the light in me, sa ekaha, is one and the same. So this is Purusha and that is also Purusha. This is Purusha because one of the etymology of the word Purusha is Purau Ushati, the one who lives in this Puri city, like Saraswati Puram. Puram means a city. Lakshmi Puram, Mahabalipuram, Mamalapuram. We have Puram, Singapore. It is Simhapur. Simha means a lion. That is the emblem of the state. Sigiriya rock in Sri Lanka. Simhagiri. Giri means a mountain. Simha, it looks like a lion. Yeah? Those of you who have seen it, supposed to have a lion for its face. That body is body of the mountain. Simhagiri. Sigiriya rock. Simha. So Simhapur becomes Singapore because the British man didn't know how to pronounce it. That's all. Bengaluru became Bangalore. Mysuru became Mysore. Now when we change it, people have complaints. In India, it's such a... They protest against everything. So anyhow, the sun, so the Purau Ushati, the one who is living in this city, body is compared to a city, and you are not the city, you live in the city. You are the Purusha living in this city. So Purau Ushati iti Purusha, that is the Purusha. Then what about this one? Purayati Sarvam, the one who fills up, Purayati. You know, when you eat sometimes in the restaurant, it's called Puri. Why? Because it is full. It's like a round hole. So here this is a huge orbit, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, and the whole thing is filled with the light of the sun. So, he's the one, Purayati Sarvam. Sarvam means all, everything. Sarvam means everything is filled up. In other words, omnipresent, all pervading. So that pervading Purusha, Purayati, that's where you get Purnaha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaha, who's full, nothing lacking. So this Purusha is that Purusha. So we even say Purusha Purushaha. That this Purusha is equal to that Purusha. That is like Tattvamasi. You are that. So Yaschayam Purushe, Yascha Savaditte, Sa Ekaha. This is a Taittiriya Upanishad. So that is the sun. Huh? And so they say that the Mother Earth is the daughter of the sun, according to scientists, okay? And it is a breakaway. What is the meaning? Millions of years ago, it broke off from what is called the sun and then found its own orbit and is now going around the sun. Not like this, but like this, you know. So it is rotating on its own axis and at the same time, it's going around the sun too. And that's how we get day and night on the earth. But it is heliocentric. Not only the earth, everything else also in our, that's why it is called the solar system. The Jupiter is going around it, the Venus, the Mercury, everything is going around the sun, including the Mother Earth. And it becomes the source of all the life on the earth. So the sun was not there, how will the clouds, how would the water from the oceans will go up to become the rain? Never. So then we have rain because of the sun. And then we have veggies because of the sun. And we have juice in the veggies because of the moon, whose light is because of the sun. So in one of the chapters in the Gita, Lord Krishna says, so, Ushna Michoshadhi Sarvaha Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha. Somo Bhutva. Somaha is moon. But becoming the moon, I put juice in the veggies, in the cucumber, in the watermelon, in all the veggies. Otherwise, the sunlight directly will parch them, will burn them. But how is this beautiful creation that the sunlight first becomes the moonlight and then it becomes responsible for the juice in the veggies, and that's responsible for our life, the sun and moon. What else? So the glories of the sun should be the most obvious things. In fact, there'll be no grains, there'll be no food, and therefore no bodies. Without the sun, there is no viva. Viva Swan. We have a name for sun. Viva Swan, the one who is full of viva. I don't know where the word viva comes from. But viva is life, no? So Viva Swan. Vaivasvata. That's the name. We are reading an Upanishad. It repeats in that and also in the Gita. So Lord Krishna says, in the beginning of time, I gave the yoga to Vivaswan. Pura Prokta Mayanaka. So then this, he tells Arjuna that at the beginning of the creation, I gave the yoga to Vivaswan. And Vivaswan gave it to Manu. Vivaswan Manave Praha. Manu Ikshwakave Bravit. And then Manu told it to Ikshwaku. This is in the Gita. Vivaswan, sun. Source of life, I suppose. Viva. So, it's clear. There is no sun. There is no light in the moon. Because moonlight is nothing but sunlight. Moon is just an opaque body. It has like a wall. It has no light. And then the sunlight falls on it. And then we have full moon day, and then we have no moon day, and we have all these days in between, which is very important.
So just to clarify, Viva Swan appears in Gita.
Yeah, 4th chapter in the first 2 or 3 verses.
And that means sun.
Well, I think Vivaswan was a king in the solar dynasty. We have a Surya Vamsha and Chandra Vamsha. So like Rama was born in Surya Vamsha, and up there in the family tree, there was a king, the first king in that solar dynasty, Surya Vamsha, was called Vivaswan. Yeah. So Vivaswan. So then, Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. So Bhargaha means something very shiny, something very brilliant. So Savituhu Devasya, the form of this Savita Devata, Devasya, Savitasya, you can Savituhu, of the Savita God, Savita Deva, Dhimahi. We bring Dhimahi, we bring it to our Buddhi. So we invoke this effulgent form in the sky of the Lord Sun. And what is our prayer to him? Dhiyo yonaf prachodayat. Please brighten our dhiyaha, our intellects. Dhi is buddhi, dhihi, dhiraha. These are the words. So the dhi, may you brighten our buddhis. Dhiyaha, naha dhiyaha. Naha means asmakam, ours. Our buddhis. See, another very nuanced observation of Vedic culture is that we never pray for one person. So when the priest is praying, he will say, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Oh God, make me happy. That does he never says. May all be happy. Because the fact is, suppose you are in a very pleasant situation and all around you, everybody is suffering. Can you be happy? Are we happy? When the Amazon is burning, you can't be happy. When now something happens in Australia, you're not happy. And now we have this problem also because, you open your computer and there it is. Phone, it's right there. So you can't be happy when all around you is, everything is suffering, suffering, suffering. So you don't say, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha is the prayer. May all beings be happy. Similarly here, brighten our intellects. Naha means not no. Na is no, but this is naha. Naha means ours. Diyaha, intellects, plural. May you, O Lord, not some Ishvara of somebody's conception. This is the most obvious Ishvara. We are not praying to something, a make-believe. Some guy sitting in a place called heaven with a long beard and all silver beard and long gown. That's not the guy we are praying to. We are praying to, we just understood this, the one who is everywhere. Yaschayam Purushe, Yaschasavad. There's nothing to believe. If you don't see something, then you believe. This is everywhere, all around you, in and through you, and you want to believe in it. It's not a matter of belief. It's something to be understood, to be known. So therefore we say, and that's all there is. So when you pray, your prayer cannot go unheard. Because that's one Purusha. For us, it's not a matter of some kind of a belief. That's the only Purusha really. It's like the wave understanding, all that is here is one ocean. Whether I am there or not, it doesn't really matter anymore. Why? Because I am always that ocean. I can never be not ocean. So it's swallowed in that understanding. It understands there was the ocean, there will forever be this ocean, and even now, what is that? There is this ocean. What about me? No. Are you there? Yes. Then you're the ocean. No, but me. That's your notion, okay? You seem to carry a notion of smallness. That is your special, peculiar problem. How can you be? Are you separate from the ocean? Okay. Does the ocean has any parts? Not that he knows of. You may think that there are multitudes of waves and so on. That is your understanding. What about the ocean? It will say it's only one ocean. I'm the only one here. And that's a fact. And that has become everything. Like the gold has become so many ornaments, that oceanic consciousness has become the sun, has become the moon, has become the earth, has become the rivers on the earth, has become the oceans on the earth, and the land mass, and the veggies, and the juice in the veggies, and the rice, and the barley, and the wheat, and your body, and the prana in your body, and the thinking in your body, and this me in your body, okay? It has become everything without becoming anything. Like the gold becomes a necklace without losing the goldenness. Available even now for understanding and recognition. So, O Lord, may you brighten my intellect so I can see this fact like daylight. Prachodayat. Prachodhanam kuryat. Penetrate, brighten our intellects, so that we can see this truth. Be in communion with Ishvara through this, Varenyam. So sun is to be chosen for meditation. It is the best thing to be chosen for meditation. So this is one way, and the other is that this is a prayer. Say, oh Lord, please brighten our intellects. But other is, suppose you can say, Saha prachodayati. He brightens our intellect. He is the one who brightens any intellect. So he is the consciousness in an ant, because of which she can make an anthill. And this Purusha is the consciousness in the birds, so they can make all these amazing nests from which you get ideas about our homes, really. And then the bee, and then you make a helicopter. And then, have you ever seen a beaver? Beaver and the dam he makes, it is just a thing of beauty. How does he know how to make a dam? So there'll be a little stream of water and he makes a dam and then keeps going. It's so interesting. So where does he get that intelligence from? And the birds and the trees, which takes me back to Vermont, because people go to see fall colors. And you know what are the fall colors? They are supposed to have chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is the one which is responsible for the green. And the winter is coming after autumn, after the fall. And if they keep on making the chlorophyll and all the leaves remain green, then the snow will come and deposit right on top of those green leaves, and a tree breathes through the leaves. So if there is a snow sitting, it won't be able to breathe and it will die. So let's stop making this chlorophyll. We have 4 months, 3 months, and all the leaves are gone and the tree survives. And so when the chlorophyll starts disappearing, that green going away is what appears as the multitude of colors. That's the intelligence in the trees. And they know how to tilt towards the east so that they can get more sunlight. And they know how to draw the water from the earth and the food from the earth. And go to the other coast and you have these very, very ancient redwood. And you know what? A redwood is very, very fragile. So it doesn't know, it is very unstable. So it extends its roots like this, and those roots go and grab the roots of the other sequoia. And then here, and united they stand. How do they know all this? So that is the intelligence also in a man. The intelligence which is all over the place, that is the intelligence in a man, and we call it intellect and say, my intellect, my mind and my emotions and my feelings and my sentiments, and how can you do this to me? My God, nothing belongs to you. Your body belongs to Ishvara, your prana belongs to Ishvara. Your mind, all the capacity for emoting, feeling and sensing, it all belongs to Ishvara. The consciousness does not belong to you. Nobody is consciousness, okay? It's just consciousness. The ocean doesn't belong to any of the waves, singularly or together. They can be under a misconception. My ocean, I'm enlightened. That's what it is. I'm an enlightened man, an enlightened master. It means it is his light, okay? That is the meaning. His very particular something. There's nothing like that. Nobody can own it. You can think you own it. You can think you own it. That is disastrous also, because just because you think you own it, it does never really becomes anybody's. It just is. Without it, there is nothing. It's like if you are present, this body, that is everything. Suppose you say, okay, I'm not doing anything, I have no role to play, and you withdraw. Then nothing will happen. The hands won't move, the legs won't move, the mind can't think, the eyes can't see. So your presence is absolutely necessary. Without your presence, nothing will happen in this palace. And like a good king, you don't get up to do anything. Your minister knows what his job is, and your gatekeepers know their job. All the sentries know what they have to do. The ministers have to know. They don't ask you also. So eyes don't ask you. So it's at 7 in the morning. Would you like us to go and begin seeing now? Should we go and see? Start seeing? The new day has dawned. It's just happening. It's happening. Everything is on an autopilot. Heart is beating. Breath is happening. So this is the truth of the world. Yeah. Suppose we ignore this, then what's the point? How do we ignore it? Because we are too busy living our lives, my ragas, my dveshas. So Gayatri mantra is a reminder that the consciousness in everyone is this. So saha bhargaha asmakam dhiyaha prachodayati. So that I am Atma Brahma. The consciousness in the universe is the consciousness in me. Then it becomes a statement of truth. It's not a prayer anymore. It becomes a statement of truth. And so therefore this mantra becomes highly important, because one way you look at it, it is a prayer for having a intellect which is bright enough to recognize this truth. Free from biases, free from prejudices, we can look at the reality. That, may, oh Lord, give me that mind. Give me that recess in my mind, that leisure in my mind, that shanti in my mind, so that I can appreciate the truth. And other, it becomes a statement of fact that the light in me, the light in the solar world is the light. And that is the Purusha. So the glories of this mantra are endless. Yeah. And somewhere we have to stop. Yeah. So I stop with a little observation. Suppose God, like a man, of course he's not a man, he's the God of the cows also, he's the God of the trees also. How can he be a man? Man is a very latest entrant on the earth. We are latecomers, okay? Everybody else was already here by the time we arrived, and we make God a man. That too a white man. I say Jesus, at the very least, let him be brown, okay? He was from Israel. He wasn't from Poland or some cold country like that, from Calgary or something. He was from Israel, so let him be brown. In Africa, they made a black Jesus. So to think that God is a man is a little bit of madness, yeah, really, because then all the fish will say, they will start protesting if they could. Why can't God be a fish? And the trees, suppose they could speak, they will say, well, he's our God too. And the elephants and all the animals, and suppose they were able to speak and they made a lot of noise, you would not be able to, your voice won't be heard. I understand, human beings, please understand. You will have no voice. Thank God they don't speak, so you can have your illusions. Suppose they all started, oh, we need protein. We need protein, man. So where to get them? What is the best source of protein? Or the trees started saying, we need oxygen for a change. I think we need oxygen. There's too much carbon dioxide in our belly. I think we need to change this. We need some oxygen. Then you can imagine the consequences. So if we cannot see the oneness of life, at least let us appreciate the interconnectedness of life, right? Suppose we can't see the oneness of it all. At the very least, we can see the interconnectedness of it all. So to that extent, we can relax, no? Yeah? So the Gayatri mantra. Suppose God appeared in front of you and he said, ask one thing. Okay, you have only one chance. Don't blow it, okay? So suppose you have to ask for only one thing. What is it that you will ask for?
Ask for.
Don't say Gayatri mantra, okay? So what is that one thing you would ask him for?
To be able to see oneness in everything.
Say that loudly.
To see like oneness, the whole thing in everything.
Oh, that's because we just talked about
Yes.
oneness. But just be honest. Suppose you have just one thing.
Peace.
Peace. Okay, good.
Love.
Love. He might say you already have all that. You don't use it. I gave you that all. I gave you love. I gave you peace. You don't use it.
The ability to see them.
Ah, now you're getting somewhere. So, Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. So, if there is one thing we can ask for, will that be money? Will that be fulfillment of all my desires? Happiness? What kind of happiness?
Peaceful happiness. The happiness doesn't pass by so quickly.
Okay,
It stays.
so to make that sentence, what did you just use?
The
Your buddhi,
happiness
right?
doesn't
You have enough intelligence to say, this is the kind of happiness I want. Suppose you did not have that buddhi. Can you ask for this infinite happiness?
No.
For love and all that? We can't, right? So if one thing, my teacher used to say, if there's only one thing, you will ask him for this buddhi. Oh Lord, please give me a bright dhiya, dhihi, buddhi. Why? Because life is a series of decisions. Anybody's life. We are here today because of the decisions we have made. Correct? Throughout our life, we have been making decisions, and our decisions have brought us here. And how do you make decisions? According to your buddhi. So, oh Lord, give me a buddhi which makes the right decisions, so that I, gain this knowledge, a buddhi which takes me to a place where I don't need the buddhi anymore. Yeah, where the knower gets swallowed by what is known by. Then you don't need buddhi anymore. But until then, the bright intellect is the best thing we can ask for. Suppose somebody has a lot of money and he is in a position to have a variety of experiences, but he doesn't have, he will blow it, right? It happens. It happened to MC Hammer. Can't touch this. He made billions. And now he's bankrupt. So you can have, he thought he had made it, yeah, because he had so much. And then blew it in no time. So if you don't have a bright intellect, nothing is useful. So that is perhaps the best thing we can pray for, yeah? So that is the mantra. I don't know why MC Hammer suddenly, it's like you are talking about some, it's like suddenly in the midst of Shakespeare, here comes some kind of James Hadley, or some Sidney Charlton, or somebody is playing Mozart and suddenly you got Snoop Doggy Dog. Anyway, it's all one, no? So forgive me for that little mess. Okay, so we'll chant the mantra for again 3 times and then we can stop it for the day. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।